sister married the man who betrayed me. The invitation came in my mother's handwriting. Cream paper, gold lettering. I almost smiled when I saw it, because for 1 second,
I thought it was something normal. Then I opened it. My sister's name, then his, my ex-husband. I stood in my kitchen in Seattle reading those two names until my hands stopped feeling like they belonged to me. Here's what nobody tells you
about being betrayed by the people who were supposed to love you most. The husband you expected to fail you eventually. The sister you never did.
By the time Chloe walked down the aisle in Portland, I had already grieved two things: my marriage and the family that asked me to applaud while they replaced me.
My name is Mia, 35 years old, Seattle, Washington tar, Capitol Hill neighborhood, my whole adult life. I work in project management, have for 8 years. I am the kind of person who holds things together quietly and assumes the people she loves are doing the same. That assumption cost me more than my marriage. Eric and I had been together for 8 years. Not a perfect marriage, not a performed one, just ordinary. Shared bills, shared jokes. A house with a leaking upstairs window we kept meaning to fix. Sunday mornings at the Saints Diner on Eastlake Avenue. The kind of marriage that feels solid because it is built from repetition. I valued that. Eric valued novelty. The end came the way these things usually do.
Not one explosion, 1,000 small realizations landing at once. His phone always face down. Irritation at simple questions. A distance that started emotional and eventually felt physical, like he was already living somewhere else in his mind while his body was still in our house. I found out because he stopped trying very hard to hide it. A text lit up while he was in the shower. A name saved under a fake mail contact, but the preview said enough. Miss you already. Last night was worth it. When I confronted him, he did
what cheaters do. Denied, deflected, then eventually admitted there was someone else. He called it a connection.
He called it complicated. Men love that word when they mean selfish. Our divorce was exhausting in that humiliating way divorces are, when one person is still trying to save something and the other is already emotionally packed and gone. My family performed support beautifully at first. My mother brought casseroles and told me I deserved better. My father pretended he had always disliked Eric, which was convenient because he had loved Eric when Eric was helping him with yard work and laughing at his stories. And Chloe. Chloe was the loudest one of all. She called Eric pathetic, called him a coward, said any man who could do that to me was trash. She sat on my couch while I cried and said,
"I could never forgive him for what he did to you."
That sentence came back to me the day I opened the invitation, and I laughed so hard I almost got sick. Because apparently she could forgive him. She could marry him too. And then one Tuesday in November, the missing year filled itself in all at once. They had been secretly together for a year. A year, meaning while I was still in the wreckage of my marriage, my sister was building a romance with the man who helped destroy it. Meaning every text she sent asking if I was okay may have come right after kissing him. I called my mother immediately. She answered on the second ring. The moment she heard my voice, she sighed. Not shocked, not confused, tired. That was how I knew she already knew.
"You got the invitation,"
she said. I gripped the kitchen counter so hard my fingers hurt. There was a half-finished cup of coffee on the counter I had poured that morning and forgotten about.
I stared at it while I waited for my voice to steady. "You knew?" A pause. "Mia, please try to stay calm." I remember laughing. It was not a nice sound. "How long?" I said. "A year," she said quietly.
An entire year of silence wrapped inside one small answer. That night my father called, not to apologize, to ask me to be mature. That was his actual word, mature. He said Chloe was happy, said Eric had made mistakes, but people change, said the family had been through enough and this could still be handled peacefully if I chose not to make it worse. make it worse. I kept thinking about that phrase after we hung up, because that is what families do when they choose the person causing pain. They quietly assign the cleanup to the person most likely to carry it without complaining. I made one mistake before I decided not to go to the wedding. I met Chloe. She asked to talk, and some broken part of me still believed I might hear remorse in person. We met at a cafe in Capitol Hill on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. She arrived 20 minutes late wearing a cream sweater and the same expression she had used her entire life when she wanted consequences to feel unfair. "Mia," she said softly.
Like I was the difficult one. I looked at her and said, when did it start?
That told me everything before she spoke. "It wasn't like that," the coward's answer.
Then tell me what it was like. She said they got close after my divorce.
Said Eric understood her, said I was already moving on. That last part nearly made me leave immediately. Moving on. Because I had managed to survive publicly, that meant she was free to step into the ruins of my marriage and decorate them. Then she said the sentence I will never forget.
I didn't steal him from you. You two were already over. The cruelty of it was so clean.
It took me a moment to respond. This was not guilt talking. This was justification. She had constructed a version of events where my pain had an expiration date and she had simply arrived after it.
You sat in my house. Oh, Mia, I didn't realize it was a problem. It wasn't a problem, it was a trespass. You watched me fall apart over this man. You let me tell you everything. And the whole time you were building this, her eyes filled with tears.
I did not stay to watch them fall. I left her there with untouched coffee and her expensive sweater and her carefully arranged innocence. The wedding was in Portland 3 weeks later. The night before, my mother sent a text. "Please don't do anything dramatic." That was the final thing. Even absent, I was still being asked to manage the emotional atmosphere for everyone else. I did not do anything dramatic. I turned off my phone. I ordered Thai food. I sat on my couch in old sweatpants and watched television while my family attended a wedding they would later describe as beautiful, because some people would rather perform happiness than tell the truth. The photos appeared online the next morning. Chloe in white, Eric in navy, my parents smiling, my aunt posting, "Love wins." I blocked 3 people before noon. That was the day I understood what I was actually grieving. Not just my marriage, my family. Because betrayal is not only about
What people do, it is about who watches it happen and asks you to be understanding.
In the months that followed, my parents kept trying to compress what happened into something socially manageable. My mother sent messages on holidays pretending normal life still existed. My father left one voicemail saying, "We miss you."
Neither of them said we were wrong. Neither of them said we chose convenience over your pain.
So I stopped answering. Peace arrived slowly after that, not all at once. In pieces, a quieter apartment, new people who knew nothing about Eric or Chloe.
A therapist who said very gently, Tans, sometimes losing the wrong people is not the same as losing love.
I wrote that down. It saved me more than once. I changed my number, took a solo trip to Portland just to prove the city did not belong to their wedding, cut my hair shorter than I ever had, and loved my face in the mirror for the first time in a long time. The last message Chloe sent came 6 months after the wedding.
I hope one day you can be happy for me.
I stared at it for a long time, then I deleted it, because that was always the problem. She wanted happiness without accountability. My parents wanted family without honesty. Eric wanted forgiveness without consequence. And all 3 of them seemed genuinely surprised that I chose peace instead. Sometimes people ask which betrayal hurt more, my husband or my sister. That is easy, my sister, because I expected a cheating man to fail me eventually. I never expected the woman who shared my childhood and my last name to step into the ruins and call it love. Eric betrayed my marriage, Chloe betrayed my blood, and my parents chose the wedding over the wound. I did not go. I did not send a gift. I survived it instead. And that was the first choice I made that truly belonged only to me. Is there a truth in your life you already feel, but
nobody has said out loud yet? Tell me in the comments. Because I think more people are carrying this specific silence than anyone ever admits. Send this to someone carrying the same weight today. They need to know they are not alone in it.